Donald Trump is supposed to speak at Liberty University.
Yeah.
And the alumnus apparently is not very happy. They're leading a protest claiming he only claims to be a Christian. What does that mean?
Well, Liberty, I've actually spoken at their convocation before, and they're a great university, and they're known for bringing diverse speakers that have all different opinions.
That's what I thought.
Recently, Bernie Sanders spoke there, but some of the alum are complaining that because Trump says he's a Christian, but they don't believe he's upholding Christian values, that he would not be a good speaker. Now, he's spoken there in the past before.
Right.
I disagree with them. I think it's great. I think he's a presidential candidate. It's great for these students to listen to him, but I also think it's a great platform for them to decide if he's talking the talk, if he's walking the walk as a Christian. They can hold that up to Scripture, whether they believe in what he's saying.
Right.
So I think it's great that he's
To me, the test of whether you're a Christian is what would Jesus think about you? And how are you close to Jesus? I really mean that.
I know.
Because Jesus, for example, he cured people who were physically challenged. This guy makes fun of people who are physically challenged. So there's one thing that Jesus would not approve of. So if you're going to make fun of people who shake or whatever it is that he was doing, then you're not a Christian, in my opinion.
I can't picture Jesus in like a Trump tie from Macy's. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't fit for me. Or like, I feel like he would like Trump ice, though, which is a delicious
And
water.
I don't think that Jesus would make fun of Mexicans and the way he does. So I think that if that's their issue, then they have a point. As far as him collecting Bibles, which he does, he says people send him Bibles all the time, and he loves them and keeps them in the room or something. I don't know. He keeps them. I don't know. Some room he keeps them in.
He can say whatever he wants, but there's a really big difference. You can tell when someone's talking it or actually walking.
Do you feel like he talks the talk? Because he does wave a Bible around a lot and looks like a 1920s caricature of a politician when he does it.
You know, it's not for me to judge his heart in any way. It's not for me to do that. But I mean, just from things that he's said in the past, he said he's a Presbyterian, but he's never sought forgiveness from God. He doesn't bring God into the conversation. So for me, that immediately brings up some red flags.
Well, isn't it time that somebody questioned his credentials then? He's always questioning everyone's credentials. Time for us to look at his. Let's see your baptism certificate. I don't know what you would do.
Well, you know, listen.
There's got to be some credentials.
None of us walk the straight and narrow all the time.
Right.
But the judgment that Jesus put on people was a loving judgment. It wasn't based in nastiness or crap. And if you were different or you were a sinner, he said, come here, talk to me. Let's hang out. Let's talk about it. Yeah. That's not what Trump does. So I think I have to say I agree with you, Joy. If that's the criteria, you know, then maybe he's not as good a Christian as he should be. But who can judge?
The part I totally agree, because Trump's an easy, I mean, he creates his own target. Like, I get that. But I hate in the name of religion when people judge each other, because it's like the whole glass houses thing. The second I jump on this train and I'm like, oh, yeah, Trump's the, like,
But he was the first with that
Well, that's why I started by saying, you know, none of us walk the straight and narrow, except maybe Candace. Candace is probably
she's the closest thing we've got.
I'm
I feel lonely when I'm around Candace.
But she's
there is
one
a
of the
halo.
people that
I've noticed a halo
that I can point to that I believe. You know, I don't believe a lot of people walk the walk, but I believe you walk the walk because I see you and I talk to you.
Thank you.
So that's it. I mean, you're my criteria. I guess that's it.
What about the rest of us? We're all good people on this panel.
We are all good people.
Yes, we are.
But it has not. No, we're talking about religious folk. Yes. And as a religious person, as a Christian folk, this is my criteria because she's the closest that I can see. Now, you know. A couple question marks there, you know.
Halo over your head now.
Yeah, it's a crooked halo, but might have good intentions.